where equality is just another euphemism for mediocrity, where participation is more highly valued than achievement, where just enough to get by is the new standard of excellence. There is a small minority of people who fight back against such apathy, who struggle daily to reach new heights. These brave few are the hope for the future, the bright shining light for the next generation. They are the ones who will lead us to the places we have never dreamed of, to the undiscovered country, to reach goals only a few can even begin to imagine. Unfortunately, none of those people could be here tonight, so kick back and relax, prepare yourself for several hours of fun, friendship, fascinating conversation, and fabulous music. All those F's, that's an alliteration and kind of a radio trick. Speaking of radio, you're listening to the most popular radio station in the history of broadcast radio, at least among stations that originate from Chris's living room. It's Curious Times. Your host is Curious Listener. Here she is, Chris.
Alrighty then. Hello everybody. Welcome to Curious Times. It's Saturday, September 15th, and it's been snowing for 3 days here. I'm feeling very ripped off, and just before the show started, I was off on some other rant, and which I'll spare everybody from having to listen to all over again. But so yeah, I woke up like after my last show was Wednesday. I wake up. Well, no, I didn't even wake up. It was in the middle of the night, and I going into the kitchen to get a coffee. And oh my goodness, it's what I'm like. I think, what is all that white on that? No, it must just be light bouncing on. I'm like going, no, it's snow, and it's so much snow. And so I'm like, oh, surely that'll be gone. It's like stayed all day. It snowed on and off, and then yesterday, and then today. I mean, it's kind of melting as it goes, but it's kind of not. Like maybe off the streets inside, but I mean on the trees and roofs and everything, like it's like freaking winter. It's the middle of September. It's not fair. Are you kidding me? So now we're going to have like September. May as well call that September. October, November, December, January, February, March, April. At least till April. That's 8 months. And if we have snow in May, that's like 9 months. That's like 3/4 of the year. That's not fair. Not fair. Who said there's this nonsense about global warming? Okay. Anyways, welcome to the damn show. I'm all fired up and cranky now. And we have Kimber. I could go longer, but I won't. And Kimber is here. What else do we have going on? Nick cannot be here tomorrow. Diana will be here Monday. Then we're off Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Selva's back on Friday. Corinne de Winter is here Saturday. So there we go. That's what's going on in the next little bit. And so if there's anybody that's here, I know Christine left. I don't think Christine enjoyed my rant earlier on, maybe. Maybe Christine will never come back again, which is, sad, but it is what it is. Anyway, so everybody else really does know. I just saw Rachel logged on to Skype, so maybe Rachel will be popping into the chat room soon. Kimber, everybody does know Kimber, but in the case every now and then somebody that's new to us listens over there on YouTube or one of the other platforms that IntuiTalks.com broadcast to after live shows. Kimber is a clairvoyant. She's a psychic medium. She's a healer. She reads pets, auras, you name it. She can read your animal's aura, even macaroni's aura. She's an empath. She does cards. She does stones and bones. So she reads bones. She's a bone reader. She kind of casts those like rune casting, and sometimes she'll jumble up some stones with the bones and. Them bones gonna walk around. Them bones gonna walk around. Okay, Dan says his hand is up. And that's very nice. So that means Dan wants a reading. And she can connect you from just your dead people with your guides, animal guides, angels. And she can do psychometry, although she won't be doing that on the air, will she? If she had all of this intensify, like with many people, this does happen after a near-death experience, but like she already had these abilities before, but it just kind of like intensified following her near-death experience. And so she's a driven woman to utilize her abilities to help people in any way that she can. And you can find her on Facebook at Kimber Lee Psychic Medium 1. That's the number 1, not the word 1. So Facebook.com/Kimber Lee Psychic Medium 1. And so let's go get her, the woman of the hour. How's Kimber doing?
Hey, good. How are you?
Mm-hmm. Oh, I couldn't be better. Thank you very much for asking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
Thank you very much for asking. Yeah, so what's going on with you these days? How you doing?
Oh, just getting ready for winter as well. I'm echoing. Can you hear that? Sorry.
I can't. No, it's probably me. It's probably because me. Hang on 2 seconds. Let me try something.
Okay.
Let me try something. I'm going to stop sharing system sound. Now see.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I think that's better now. Yeah,
okay.
Now it's gone.
So now I'm going to, okay, that's good. When I go to play a song, nothing will play. And I'll enjoy the music, but you guys won't. Go ahead, carry on.
Sorry.
No.
Oh, yeah.
Are you Canadian? Why would you be saying sorry?
Yeah, I know. Well, I'm close. Awfully close.
Okay, anyway,
right
I
on the border.
interrupted you. Yeah.
We're similar.
Well, I'll be able to wave at you across the border, but I'll never be allowed to cross the border over there.
Yeah, I know, right? That is just crazy. I can't believe that. That's unreal how they're doing that.
Let's get the whole world together and let's just go up over there to the White House and build a wall around the White House.
There you go. I agree. Definitely. I know.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Would that be against the law? Would it be against the law?
Well, if it don't matter for them, it shouldn't matter for us then, because everything they do is pretty much against.
Here's your
wall.
Here's your wall. There's your wall. There's your wall.
And we'll make them pay for it too.
that would be a great meme.
Yeah.
I'm going to build a wall around the White. I'm running for, I'm going to run for Prime Minister of Canada, and I'm going to build a wall around the White House.
There you go.
And make Donald Trump pay for it. And even if he comes, wherever Donald Trump goes, the wall gets disassembled and then moved, so that he can always have his wall. You know what I mean? Let him always have his wall. Here you go.
We'll do giant Legos.
Anyway, so Mexico would pay for that. There's a lot of people that would be willing to pay for that.
Yeah, I think everybody would be chipping in, fighting over that one here.
Yeah, it'd be that would be hilarious. I wonder. That'd be a great. I should do a Facebook Live and let it go viral, and then become famous around the world for being the person that incited millions of people to assemble at the White House to build a wall. And
do one of them fundraisers. Everybody donating.
Go fund me.
Yeah, go fund me wall.
I bet you Merkel, like all the people that he's met, all the people would, all the
Yeah.
people would pitch in. All the people would pitch in, and all the people that he's now, helped get into jail, they would all pitch in. Oh, but they don't have any money left because they're broke because of all the legal fees they've had to pay ever since working for Donald Trump.
Yeah, there you go.
Anyway, how did we get there? So, yes, winter is on the way for you. Winter's well underway here, which is terribly even if it snows right at the end of October, I feel ripped off. It's like the middle of freaking September, people. Middle of September. It's not fair.
No, that's not. That's way too early. I
want a refund on fall.
Yeah, there you go. What fall? You didn't even really get one.
No, I want to sue Mother Nature. How do I go about suing Mother Nature?
Yeah, make a formal complaint, and yeah, that is just crazy. You should at least get the rest of September.
So I was telling all about how I do my groceries, with this roll-away luggage now. I'm going to have to, figure out a way to get a toboggan all rigged up so that I can, tie all my bags onto a toboggan or a sleigh or something like that. Toboggan would be better.
Yeah.
So I would have to find a way to build walls. Speaking of walls, I'd have to find a way to build walls around the toboggan. And make it more so that stuff wouldn't fall off, right?
Yeah.
So I gotta figure that one out. Figure that.
Winter ready.
Yeah, I gotta winterize
it. And then you need your bottle of Yukon Jack, right? Your antifreeze.
Man. Anyway, So what are you doing? Getting ready for nothing. It's September. I feel like I should be talking about Thanksgiving's just around the corner, or or get your Christmas shopping done.
Oh, crazy.
I should play Christmas carols at a protest now for all the way to the end of the year.
Yeah, there you go.
Insane.
Actually, some stores are already starting to get a lot of the, Halloween and pretty quickly Christmas. It's coming so fast. It's unreal.
I always get upset when I see my first Christmas commercial before Halloween even happened. It should be against the law. You know what I mean? There should be a proper order to things here. But we always hear because I think it's the Staples or the Office Depot, one of these companies, and they have, this hilarious commercial, which is, it's the most wonderful time of the year, and it's all these parents rejoicing because it's back to school for the kids. That's the most wonderful day. It's the first day back to school for the kids, and these parents are all rejoicing and they playing that song. So that's really so I always hear that say August or something, and I'm all it's just so wrong to even even though it's a pretty genius ad, I don't appreciate having to listen to something that reminds me of Christmas in August.
Yeah, that is just crazy that, some people really get into the holidays big time and they start so early. I had knew of a lady, I didn't know her, but I remember going by her house and she'd leave her Christmas tree up all year round. And, I thought, wow, that's a little bit odd, but yeah, she pretty much just left it up all year round. And I don't know if that was to avoid taking it down and all the work or what the heck, what that was about.
When we got a little bit older, that was my mother, so she would have not a very big tree anymore. When she would just take it fully still decorate it and put it in the closet, and until next year, like all the happy jolly spirit of Christmas. Half the fun if you have family and stuff. Half the fun really is decorating together and things like that. For me, I stopped decorating because it wasn't that I had a problem having the Christmas stuff up, and I always got extra depressed or something when it was time to pull it all down, and so I kind of I can't even remember what year that all ended for me, probably 20 years ago, and so I couldn't really be bothered anymore, you know what I mean, to do it, really. But I imagine that if I was around people or a family or something like this, that I would, really enjoy, that whole thing, right? Get a couple drinks going.
Yeah.
And since it would be after October 17th, pass a joint around and then let's decorate. There's an awesome idea. I could even make a bunch of fake joints and then you make them Christmas decorations and then take a picture of a Christmas tree full of joints. You know what I mean?
That would be the most awesome tree ever.
So awesome. Oh my God, that would be so awesome. Yeah.
You should do that. That'd be so cool.
Oh, it's so funny. So anyway, okay, let me just take stock here. We have, we have Dan. Okay, then there's a 703. Then we have Diane, I'm guessing. So Dan, Diane, and 703. So Dan, Diane, and 703. All three of those people are waiting, I'm sure, in queue to talk with you. So since there's an hour and 20 minutes left, we should almost get going because, you have it takes you 10 minutes just to say hi and bye to any one person. So unless you had something specific you wanted to bring up and discuss before, what if we just start in?
Sure, no, we can go ahead and go, and then if we end up with time after, we can talk about whatever, or,
All right.
I'm ready.
Okay, well, she's ready. Let's get our Dan on since he was the first guy. Hey, Dan.
Hey.
Hey. Hi.
How are you?
Good. How are you?
Oh, same old, same old.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, you got them bones handy?
Yeah. Yes, definitely.
Definitely.
Yep.
Working?
Oh, yeah. I always have my bones. Bones and stones. Yep. Sticking by me. All right. And do you have anything in particular that you want to ask me or anything? You can always go ahead and do that.
Just something general.
Sure.
Or lieutenant, corporal. No, sorry. Private, but that could be actually,
Okay. Give me a second.
Yeah. The winter's showing up early here, too.
Is it really?
Yeah, a lot of rain. Shouldn't be raining.
Well, it's not called winter when it's rain, for shit's sakes. Jesus.
Yeah, well, I'm getting cold at night, so, yeah.
I was going to say, we had exceptionally cold rain, and see if anyone understood that meant snow. Know what I mean? But I didn't.
Okay.
Go ahead. I'll shut up. Me shut up. Shut up,
no.
Chris.
No, that's fine. I was just kidding.
It's not fine. It's not fine at all. Okay, go ahead.
Yes, it is.
I'm going to do my reading.
Okay.
Oh, well, now we got to go longer. Oh.
Yeah, no, I'll go as long as you want. No quickies here. Okay. I get some financial changes there's going to be an increase in finances by later this year and into next year. I see a check coming in for something too as well, and that is going to be somewhere around February or March, and that'll be substantial, something that you've been looking forward to that'll help you, and that's going to come February or March. The work, yeah, that'll help. It's going to help. It's definitely something
that's going to be our retro pay for working without a contract.
Oh, okay.
Well, that's what that's going to be.
Okay, that makes sense then.
I didn't think it was going to be that long, though, but...
Well, it's going to be in the process before that, but for everything, all the paperwork, all the stuff to all be finalized and to actually, get the money and have it available to you feels like February, maybe March, somewhere in there. And that's because there's a lot of it, they kind of hold it up a little bit. There's paperwork issues. There's just some things that kind of delay it a little bit longer than what they hoped and what you and all. But it will be coming, and it's going to be worth the wait. It'll help. It's definitely going to be something that you're going to take a little bit of time or a little bit of the money to take some time and do something fun for you. It feels like a little bit of travel, a little bit of time for you to just go do something. I feel like soul searching and just connecting, getting out there, and also doing your metal detecting. And I see you like going somewhere different than what you usually do. It's an ocean. I see the water, a beautiful beach, but it's going to be like a travel destination that you do, and you do some of that and just have some time off. So you're going to take some of that money and set it aside to do something special, something fun, something unique and different. Although you do that often, but the place that you're going to go is going to be different. And
England.
England? Yeah, there you go. Yes, that would be awesome, because it does feel like it's going to be somewhere very different and that you've wanted to go for a long time, and I get travel and adventure, and it's going to be much fun. Yeah, well needed, so that you definitely want to set some of that money aside. Also, I get some of it might go towards, I don't know if you're interested in a new truck, but I see a different vehicle or a new vehicle, something, yeah, something a little different. So maybe keep that in mind too for next year. Somewhere along the line you might end up, feels almost like a trade-in or getting a different truck. So that'll probably come up for you as well. Classes, education is something that I'm being shown too. I don't know if you've been interested in taking anything. It feels that there's going to be some things that spark your interest, and I see you learning something new. And education, books, online stuff, online class or course. And some almost, it comes up like work related, but also some is spiritual related too. So there's going to be two different things that you're going to be. I don't know if there's something that you were interested in learning for your work, because the work keeps coming up as well. Some changes in that. promotion.
Nice.
Yeah, it feels like more money, some promotion of some kind or some kind of advancement in the position that, and more recognition for what you do. You're a very hard worker, and you're going to get noticed a little more and appreciated a little more. Change in shifts, it feels like it's going to go back and forth. You're going to be working some different hours, and it's going to kind of change. So that feels like that's going to be going on for a while.
Hey.
But yeah, but it actually, it works out well with the people that you work around to avoid someone, and I know you know what I'm talking about there. So you don't really mind the change because it'll work out in your favor for that. So, and I definitely see it feels like they're asking for more hours. I don't know, a lot of overtime coming up for you, and it feels like they're asking you for more hours. So be prepared for a little bit more of that. I know you do work a lot. You are very busy, but it feels like in the next couple of months they're going to want to increase your workload and your hours. So, but you will get paid more for it.
Hey.
Yeah, yay. So that's good. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, with the weather changing this soon, it's kind of put us behind. Then we had the operator strike, and that put us behind. So yeah, the hours, the winter crunch is coming, or is
Yeah.
here, I should say.
Yeah, because
I'll
you're
get everything
definitely going
finished.
to. Yeah, because I see you being very busy and getting in many hours and a lot of overtime. But it's good because it's gonna help, and the shift changes, like I said, is gonna work in your favor. So, I get lucky, luck, good luck. You keep playing them lottery tickets. the scratch offs, the lottery tickets. I mean, it might not be like huge or anything, but you will win something. So keep playing that, because I see money, I see like scratch off tickets, and so yeah, that's going to be a little extra income too. That, or a little, something that's going to come in for you besides your income. So yeah, if you're feeling it, then do it, and because it does feel that you're going to get lucky with that, and also with your metal detecting too. I feel that you're definitely going to be finding some very interesting stuff. So you need to get out and do a little bit of that before the snow and all that comes. So try to get out there in the next. Feels like in October, somewhere in there, you're going to find something interesting. And even though it might not be like worth a super lot of money, it's going to be very interesting and a very unique and different find. So do that. I see you reading some books.
Looking at pictures.
Yeah. I should have known that was going.
Oh, God,
Yeah,
oh,
it's just for the articles, really. No, but reading some books and going out and getting some interesting things, and it's like crystals, stones, healing, spiritual stuff. So maybe head to the bookstores, get some of that, and having books, creating an altar, a space, a sacred space, and having these books, even if you don't get a chance to read them right away, I see you having them, putting them, and setting aside, and working on stones and crystals and collecting some keepsakes, some things to add to that special place, that space, because you need that. It's good for everyone to have a sacred space to just go and connect, and I see you spending a lot of time there and doing a lot of spiritual work and connecting with new interests and new things. Have you ever been interested in stone? I see like stone healing, working with heated stones. Have you ever went to a place and had that done? Because I see you actually going and having that done.
I've never done that before.
Because, yeah, you might want to check into that, and then it kind of sparks your interest, and you kind of look into learning a little bit about it. But, yeah, to help with, like, some pain and some issues, to go in and have heated stone therapy, because I can see you doing that, and I see it being very beneficial and helpful. But it also is something that you kind of relate to, and it sparks this interest, and so that is what some of the books that I see around you, and you kind of learning about that, because like for some people acupuncture works, but you're not really interested in that. No, you're not interested in that. No, but for you, the heated stones would be very beneficial and would help. So try to find someone in your area that does the holistic and health and does that, because it's really going to help with some back and neck and some body issues that just sore and been hurting, and it's really going to help, because not only the heat but the stone, everything carries energy. They have amazing energy, and you find a good healer, and you'll be able to connect with them, and it'll help a lot. Because, yeah, it's you're kind of hurting a lot right now and having some pain issues, because health comes up, and I get pain and kind of some, like, stress, anxiety, which is all normal to have, but you're working on ways of trying to cope with that. But that with stress and anxiety and a lot of stuff from work and just a lot of things in general, it can also affect the physical pain too as well. So it's good to work on all of it, the heated stone therapy, but also the meditation and music and the different things to get the anxiety and stress, because then we tense up and it just tends to make everything worse. So clear the body, clear the mind, because I get mind chatter and mind, just a lot of thoughts, and I totally relate. And yeah, it's something that many of us get, and it is, so just try to focus on different things and find things to get your interests off and onto other things, because otherwise it too can, cause lack of sleep. It can just cause a lot of undue worry and more stress added to the other stress, and which then can make all the physical pain and issues worse. So once you try looking into this heated stone therapy and you do some of that, and you do the clearing the mind and getting rid of a lot of the mind chatter and the excess thinking and worrying and all that, that's going to help a lot with the stress, anxiety, and in general. In the next few weeks, it's going to start getting much better, but in the next month or two, you're going to notice a huge, huge difference by working with some of those things. And I can help you as well with a lot of that, because it'll help not only physically, mentally, emotionally, but it'll help to with all of it, to deal with a lot of the issues from other people, may it be work and just, other ones that you have to work around, and that can be stressful. And just being an empath too, other people, other, busy places where you work, there tends to be a lot of energy and a lot of stuff all around. So working with connecting to what's going to help with that. So I see you doing a lot of spiritual work, a lot of meditation and energy work, both the heated stones, but some other energy work. That's going to be very helpful for you. Animal therapy is very, very good, and that can be both animals that you have at home, but also the animals out in the wild. And so you want to get out there and try to connect with nature, the elements, but also the animals, because you are a big animal lover, and they communicate with you. Everything from birds to cats, dogs, many, just even the wild animals. So try to get out there and get their messages, hear what they're trying to tell you. Birds especially leave you, everything from leaving you feathers, but also just coming around, leaving you messages. But sometimes we get busy and we don't get focused enough to hear everything that spirit is telling us and everything that animals and, and so as you clear your mind and you are able to do that and spend some time when you can, because I know you're very busy, but when you can and you get that time, go to your sacred space, go to your personal place or wherever else you can be and kind of work with that. Listen, because Spirit's definitely trying to connect with you. I see you working with your mediumship and learning a lot more of connecting with them. Because you do hear, feel, and see spirits, and they're trying, and you have been trying, and I see you focusing on that, especially throughout next year, connecting, working with it, and doing a lot more. Because it's been there for a long time, but I see you doing a lot more. And with all of us, when we're more ready, it all does come in and you're ready. So I see you doing a lot with that and working with that. There's a lot of spiritual work. I just see a lot of that coming up for you this next year. You're going to get into so much more of it. Do you have any questions? Because sometimes I just go and go. So if you have questions, go ahead and ask me. Oh, I couldn't hear you. What?
Oh, I said you pretty much covered everything from work to and bonus the pain and stuff. So
Yeah.
I don't really have any questions other than really take 7 hours to update a computer. Oh.
Yeah. Yeah. It's crazy. Yeah, crazy with that. Computers and yeah. See, there's some of the stress. them computers. Yeah. Wow, surprise, right? No, them computers can be pretty
cars.
stressful. Yeah.
Work, game players at work. Oh my God.
Yeah. Definitely.
Yeah. I work at a middle school or something.
It is. It's a lot of 7th grade vibes and energy there. Not even up to 9th grade. It feels very middle school and more like 7th grade. And there's a lot of people there. There, especially a few in general. 3. I get for sure the 3, but there's others too as well. But they're games. I get games people play, and yeah, a lot of issues, a lot of trying to bring others into it. So yeah, it's kind of a big game, and they try to see who all they can drag into it and what they can do. So there's a lot of icky energy and a lot of crazy energy at work. So the shifts, it's almost like when you switch from one to another, from the nights to the days, it's going to be beneficial to avoid some of these people, especially the one in particular. You'll be able to stay away from her a little bit more. So usually you're not super on, oh, yay, switching shifts, but because when it comes to that, you'll be like, yay, switching shifts. Because, yeah, you want to be able to not work around her and around these ones as much as possible. But when you do, you're definitely doing well, coping with them, and
Am I?
yeah.
Am I really?
Well, you're trying. You're doing the best you can. It's them. So I get it's them, not you. And it's extremely stressful. Because I get you just want to sage, you just want to smudge, go home and just smudge and get rid of it and get rid of all their energy and clearing, and that's going to help you very, very much, because you get all this when you're around these people, and then it all gathers and gets in you, and then there's other toxic people and other ones around, and even neighborhood people and things like that can affect, and all that energy, and you get all that, so you need the times that you can to clear and to get rid of that, because it's extremely stressful and a lot of anxiety, and it just like eats away, and it gets to be where the mind's always going, and you're always thinking stuff, and you're feeling all these emotions. And so when you can go through and go, okay, this is mine, this isn't, this is others, and when you get off of work and you can clear and get rid of a lot of their energy, because it just feels like dirty and icky and just where you want to get rid of that. And everything from the elements, water is a really good one for empaths and for everyone in general, but water is very clearing and very settling, and water's live. It has energy, and it does amazing things to help heal us. So showers are going to be very helpful, and just look at it as getting rid of all that icky energy and bringing in the good, and just really enjoying them, and looking at it as a healing and a meditative thing and a very good thing. And when all that water goes down, look at it as it goes down the drain as a lot of the stuff and a lot of the issues and a lot of the icky energy and all that just going down and going away, and bringing in the good and the clear, and feeling better and more positive and happy, and letting your energy take over and not so much everyone else's, because you get so much of others, and so you need your energy and the ones that are good and positive for you to be around and to help you and to bring you up, because you are that way yourself. But it's when everyone else kind of gets in, and all that energy and all that feeling, all them emotions and all that, that's when it starts to affect you and make you feel everything from stress to angry to sad to crabby to just, all of it, because it's a lot of it is distinguishing what's you and what's not, and then getting rid of all that. It's going to help you clear and ground, because grounding is very important, and that's going to help you. And it'll also help with your physical issues too, and with the pain, because that too can be very irritating and can be very affect everything from physically but also emotionally too, because it's always there and you're feeling it, and it's just been really bad lately. And so try to definitely look into the heated stone therapy and some holistic stuff that will. So I also get you do food as medicine, some herbs and spices, and you're good about that, and the vitamins, but lots of water. Get more water, because lots of water can help with not only to clear us and clear our bodies, and we are a lot of water, so we want to keep getting it, flushing ourselves and getting all that water, but water can help with physical pain too. And a lot of times people don't get enough, and they can get dehydrated, but it also can make physical pain worse. So extra water, lots and lots of water. Even if you got to put stuff into it, maybe lemon juice or apple cider vinegar is really good. Different natural honey, like Chris likes blackstrap molasses, I believe. There's many different things that are very beneficial to put in. So, well, tequila, there's always that, but I'm teasing. But whatever you want, to help, to kind of, but get that water, because that is very important, and it'll help to not only clear you, but it'll help with the physical pain. Because once you get some of this physical stuff over and start to feel a little better, and that by October, November, and so by winter you'll start to feel much, much better, because it does take a while to heal. When you get hurt, or you hurt muscles and hurt even tissues, and just a lot of that, even bones can get bruised, to all that, and when that happens, it can take quite a while to heal, but you are healing and getting better. So then you'll start to get more sleep too, because it does affect your sleep.
Don't say.
Yeah. Definitely. So that will help, and also the change in the hours too. But you're pretty good at dealing with that and working with that. But that too can kind of throw you off a little bit, because sometimes you're nights, sometimes you're days, and so it's all the more important to ground and keep that energy and not only the healthy stuff, but I get treat yourself as well. So have some fun things, some good things, because I get I keep seeing treat yourself as well. So something sweet, something good, something nice here and there is good. And then I know you like bacon too, so there's that. But yeah. But kind of have treats here and there. Just kind of give yourself something special, and that'll also help you to feel better. And don't be afraid to do that here and there. It's you need to take time to do that. That will help.
Hey, gotta go.
Yep. Okay. Well, definitely, because I always have more for you. So just keep in touch.
All right.
Get her on Skype.
Thank you.
Get her on Skype.
Bye. Yeah, definitely. Thank you, Dan.
Okay.
Bye.
Okay.
Bye. Thank you.
Okay, enough. You said thank you 18 times. Okay. Okay, now let's get Diane. I think that's Diane. Is that you, Diane?
It's Adriana.
Oh,
Hey.
Adriana. What are you? 614. Oh,
Yeah.
I thought never mind. I got dyslexia. 416 is Ontario. Never mind. Go ahead.
Hi.
Hi, how are you?
Good. How are you?
She's fine and
good.
she's fine. Everybody's fine. What's your question? I'm just kidding.
If you can do the bones, that was interesting.
Yeah, definitely. Love you.
Yeah, whatever. Anything new that's gonna come?
Yeah. Okay.
Nothing new is ever going to come, ever.
We'll see what good. Yeah. No, you have lots of stuff coming up here. I can already feel that.
Everybody has something new coming. It doesn't mean it's good, but everybody does have something new coming.
Yeah, you do. You have lots of new stuff coming here. A lot of interesting and fun things.
Buy new underwear. Buy new underwear.
Yeah. Christmas, I always tell everybody, new panties. Get new panties. Be prepared.
Shave your legs.
Yeah. Yeah. Get ready. Yeah, I see a lot of that. Chris was right. See, she is too psychic. You are too, Chris. Adriana needs new panties. Yay! Get that sexy lingerie. She has many already. You're good, but I'm saying it's always good to get new special ones. And I see red. But yeah, and a special, beautiful dress, and I see you doing some beautiful partying, holiday stuff coming up, a lot of adventure and some new things coming, especially into this winter, but already starting and through October, November, December, just going to be on fire. A lot of great energy, a lot of new changes and good things, wonderful things happening. Following into the next year with a lot of changes, amazing things, and eventually even a move in there somewhere. But that's more like the middle of next year, spring, summer, possibly even into the fall. So there will be a move, but that's not going to be till later. Because right now where you're at's good and works great, and you're comfortable there, and it's where you're meant to be for now. But for eventually, that will be coming up. I do see you guys looking into getting a place, more of a place of your own, and something new and different. And that bigger, yes, bigger, because you're going to need more rooms and bigger, and it's going to be beautiful, bright, sunny. I see it being an amazing place. I see a house versus an apartment or anything like that. It's a house, very, very beautiful. And I get enough bedrooms and bigger, because it feels right now you just need more space. And then a very great place for you to have a sacred space and your own place, which I know you do now, but in that place you're going to have a very, very special one that you're going to really just love. Because I know you are very, very good at all that. You work with all the stuff, everything from your stones to candles to working with spirits to all of it. Tarot cards. I see eventually a crystal ball that you're gonna pick up one of them. Very beautiful.
I just got jade one.
Yeah.
It's a little mini one. There was a psychic fair today, and we went over there, and she picked up a brown jade crystal ball, which is pretty cool. She got to feel it, and she touched every one of them, and then she's like, "This is it."
Yep.
So it was pretty cool. I got some black sage, definitely different than the white sage, so it's nice.
Very nice. Smells really good too, and yeah, definitely different. Awesome. And yeah, because I see her with her crystal ball loves it. She's just gonna be so into that, and tarot cards, all that kind of stuff. Eventually, she's really, she sees you do it, and she loves to be like mom. She really gets into a lot of that, and she felt it. She can feel their energy. She does with stones, and she felt and she knew which one, and she went for that one. That's why she kind of touched them, felt their energy, and went with the one that was communicating with her. Because they do. They speak to her, and, they speak to us, and they let us know, and their energy, and certain ones. And there can be many different ones, but the special ones will let you know, and you'll know when they're meant for you. And she does as well, and she did. And I see you getting one, too, eventually. You're going to be working with that too. I know I keep seeing you with the candles and working with that and working with fire and reading the candles and doing candle magic, candle work. Of course, your grandpa's always around. Angel's always around.
I had a dream with him 2 days ago, and it was so real. It was really real. Like, I actually felt him hug me, which was nice.
Yeah.
And we exchanged words. And when I woke up, I was like, did that really happen? It was really nice.
Yes. Beautiful. And because he is around you all the time. And I see what comes up as well is you working with him and other spirits, and he's there to help you to connect and to help you to do that as well. And he was communicating with you. He does through the dreams. He comes up even when you're telling by your candles. He shows you with the candles, making a dance and flicker, and watching the flame. He comes up, touches you, your hair, your shoulders, your cheeks.
Yes, I've been feeling that a lot too while I'm at work. And, since I do like a lot of data entry, I'm always like typing his birth date and the number of his tombstone where where he was buried. I'm always seeing those numbers lately. And
yes.
Just feel him more with me.
Yeah. He is. He's always around, and you feel him. You know he's there, and he gives you signs. And he whispers. You can hear him, you can feel him, but he does come in dreams. And you did exchange words, and he does hug you, and he does hold you, and he does touch you, and he lets you know how special you are. And same with when you go, he loves when you go to see your grandma, and when you Skype with her and talk to her, and call her, and all those things. And he loves being close by her, and he sees her in spirit, but he also being buried near her to all that. He loves it. That where she's at is so nice and such a good place for her, and a positive place, and she's doing very well and much better than where she had been. She's way happy. She's much healthier. She really connects there. It fits her. She loves it there. So it's so much better. Everything from eating better to better care, better medical care, even the nurses, to all of it are way nicer. There's areas she can go outside. And then butterflies. I see butterflies around her. I see butterflies around you. And he sends butterflies. And that's why I even send her butterflies. Because I'm like, and I see them. And every once in a while I'll see them too. And then I think of you. And I'm like, I need to call her or touch her.
Yes, I see a lot of butterflies, and where she's at too, there's a ton of them, because they have such a beautiful garden with all these flowers, and there's just butterflies everywhere, which is amazing. But she definitely is doing better. You're right. She was swollen for a bit. in her face, but it's gone down and she just looks so much younger, which is crazy because, she's older. But she's definitely doing good, and my mom is just following through with, keeping on top of the doctors and nurses. They did what is it? I think that is an MRI or something, just to rule out because her left hand is closed. It's been closed since the other nursing home, and she won't open it. So they're not sure if it was that she had a heart attack and no one said anything, or maybe they didn't realize she had a heart attack, or my mom is thinking Parkinson's, but the test that they did, is going to be able to determine, hopefully it's not nothing serious, but it'll determine, because she does shake a lot. That's one thing, but I'm not sure.
Maybe mention to them or ask them if they tested to see if she had a mild stroke.
Mhm.
Because sometimes then they can shake, but also the hand and the clenching of her hand.
Mhm.
And sometimes that's a side effect from a stroke, because more than the heart, I feel that it may have been a mild stroke, and that's something that might have even been missed. It feels like it may have been missed because that could be why her hand and why it is that way. But I also keep feeling, and I seeing her in her mind, she's like holding on to something.
Mhm. I
She's
thought so too.
like holding on to I see like a necklace or something. I'm being shown something, I believe, from your grandpa, and she's like picturing it in her hand, and she's holding it. Not necessarily a rosary, some kind of jewelry. It's a necklace, and a stone. What is this? And she's holding this. It's a very. I wonder if you can go through some of her jewelry in her jewelry box, or bring it in and show her, or so. Is there something that she's imagining and thinking about, and she's holding? But it also, I do feel more than a heart or heart attack. I feel that it may have been a mild stroke, so maybe they might want to check into that or test that and see what they can do for her there as well. And the swelling I get edema, holding fluids. There can be a lot of sodium in certain diets,
Mhm.
in certain foods, and I feel more water, and like lemon water, some ginger, honey, different things can be added to help fight inflammation. But yeah, she's doing much, much better. She's very, very beautiful. Just
Yeah.
amazingly beautiful. Her eyes, her skin, her face, she's so sweet. She has just very, very beautiful. Inside and out, she's just a beauty. And the swelling, I feel inflammation and diet, and so just extra salt in some of the sodium and some of the stuff that she was eating, and that can happen because they add so much in a lot of the foods. Although they're much better than the other place, and they're good about their food, but a lot of the stuff is already added in everything. So even if they don't add a lot, it's already added in a lot of the box foods and the things so badly that it can affect people. And so lots of water. She does feel fairly hydrated, but that'll help keep her flushed. And yeah, the swelling, it does feel much, much better, and it doesn't feel like it's going to be a big issue with her. Her heart feels good, feels okay. Not like it doesn't really feel like a heart attack. I'm not being shown a heart attack. Like I said, I keep seeing mild stroke. And that could be why her hand. Did she ever? Well, I suppose she can't really, because I get like a numbness on the one side of her face too, which can be a sign of the
She
stroke.
had it. It was kind of sideways, which is now not. It's not anymore. But when my mom brought her from Massachusetts to New York, it was different. Her face and that arm. That hand clenched, that she won't let no one touch it. Therapy tries to put like a sock, so that she can open it more, and she just won't. Like, she'll scream and yell and hit you if you try to touch that arm.
Yeah, and even more so with the face and stuff too. I keep being shown stroke, which can also give them the mild face thing, which can get better and go away, and sometimes even go away completely. But it can just be one of the signs of that, and then the clenching of the hand too as well. And sometimes that gets better, and sometimes it kind of can be an issue, or at least for a while. But I keep seeing her holding onto something, and that's why when everybody wants to touch it or work with it or open her hand, she's holding onto this necklace, this piece of jewelry, this beautiful stone, something that is so important to her. And so she keeps her hand clenched because in her imagination and in her mind, she's holding that. And so even though it isn't physically there, to her it's there. And so she don't want everyone opening up her hand or taking it from her, or her dropping it. She's afraid she's going to drop it or lose it. And sometimes in memories and they get certain momentum, certain things that mean a lot to them, a ring, a necklace, certain things. And for her, that's what she thinks about, and she's holding. So it might be interesting for you or your mom, or maybe to talk to your mom and see, was there a special piece of jewelry? I think I even might have said that before, because this feels familiar that I see
so.
this. Yeah, because, and this is something important to her. So maybe have your mom look through that, because this feels very, very familiar, very important to her, and it feels like if we could find this and she could see it and have it by her, it would just really help her so much, or put it on, or just even to see it. Because, yeah, that is what she's holding. They will be able to work with her somewhat. I do feel she's not going to get back complete 100%, but she will get back some of the movement in her hand. But what will help is for her to not know, or to let go of that, to not have to worry so much about clenching and holding on to this. She's afraid to lose it. So that is a lot of why she don't want them touching it or working with it. When you go there next time, and also for your mom too, to hold her hand, touch her, try to, even that arm, and work your way down, but to try, because you especially can heal and can help and send that energy, from you and into her, and then also feel what you get from her, and what you try to, you can do amazing things, because you are a very strong healer. And so you'd be surprised with just the intent and the energy and putting it, even if a lot of people don't. They're like, well, I don't know what to do or what. As long as you have the intent and you have the energy and you're touching and you're holding, or even you can do it distance, because I know she's a ways away, but you can still send her healing and work with that. And then when you're around her, do that as well. And everything from touching her arm and slowly working down, and she might be, especially at first, like, no, don't, especially as you get closer to the hand. But once she starts realizing that she's not really holding that, it's going to be very difficult for her to get to that point. But I feel that you will be able to help her. Your mom too, maybe somewhat, but you'll be able to help her. So next time when you go out there, let me know, and I can even help you too. You can even call me or whatever. Or I can help you to help her, because yeah, she needs to let that go, but she's going to need a little help with that, because then once she does, she'll be able to work more with getting the hand movement, because she will regain some of that, but not 100%. And I keep feeling and being shown a mild stroke, and that is by her face and her hand, because that a lot of times are some of the signs. So she feels like she has a strong heart, though, and a very loving and very beautiful heart, but it also is very, very strong. So it feels like she has some blood flow issues, maybe, and fluid, the edema, but also like I see venous insufficiency, which means sometimes the blood, it's harder for it to flow at the fast rate as it needs to, and some of that can be because of her physical, she's not quite as active. She spends a little bit more time in bed, so there's other ways of trying to get her up and sitting up and moving and in her wheelchair and heading off outside, or even going to, it feels like a music room or some kind of community room that they have there that she can go and sit with others, but just kind of moving around and getting that blood flowing and moving. And also there's some herbal stuff that herbs and spices that can kind of help as well, because a lot of that, they don't put a lot of that, and food can be very healing. So it's that.
Yeah, so she's on the puree diet.
Yeah, because I get
So she
puree.
chokes. Yeah, she can't drink like plain water. It's like thickened water and thickened milk. That's what they have her on.
Okay, because I see some of the dietary stuff, and there are some supplements or some, food is medicine, and there's some things that can kind of help her, but it just feels like a lack of the proper blood flow. It's not quite as fast. Some too is medications. Has there recently been a medication? Okay, because I'm seeing medications and a change in some of that as well. Because I'm being shown her health in general is actually getting better, and she's for the most part doing very well there. And it's just some of these things that they will be working on and helping to kind of adjust and change. But yeah, definitely, I do see her getting better, and looking forward to the holidays. Because I'm seeing you going out to see her again, and it feels like around the holidays.
Yeah, to pick up the kids.
Okay.
And I'll stop by.
Yeah, because she's looking forward to it. It's like she knows when you're coming. She can feel it, and she feels you, and she's excited, and that is too when you can help work with her, and I can help you with that too, and we'll try and see if we can get that cleared and get her hand moving. But yeah, have your mom check through her jewelry, and maybe even when you're out there, you might pick up on what it is. You might be able to look through and see, or if nothing else, even if you look through pictures, because I see for some reason a picture. Look through old pictures, and you may see her wearing this necklace. This, yeah. Cause
I wonder if it would be a rosary that was from Mom's.
Okay, because
She always used to pray with it in her hands, and she's always talking about her mom. So I'm wondering if that's probably maybe it.
that could
I'll
be.
have to ask my mom to look through her stuff.
Yeah, do that, because I think I even said almost like a rosary, but I'm not.
Mhm.
But see, I'm not Catholic, but I kind of know, and yeah, it feels, and it is something very spiritual, very emotional, that's why she holds it and clenches. So
Mhm.
yeah, if you could find that and see, and because that would be something that I think she would really love to have and love to have by her, and it would be very helpful for her to see. So yeah, maybe talk to your mom, because it does feel like that you might have just hit on what it is, and you'll know when you go there. I think you'll even be able to find it if your mom has a hard time finding it or isn't sure where it's at. I feel you'll be able to track it and find it. So, because yeah, that's gonna help her. And yeah, your grandpa will be right alongside you. he's saying, he's gonna be right there with you. He always is, and he loves to be there, and see just the joy and the happiness that you bring her and your mom. And so yeah, he'll be around. Pay attention to your dreams, because dreams come up. I'm seeing that being shown, dreams, messages.
Yeah, there's a lot of lately a few messages. I'm just waiting to see some information on it.
Yes.
But yeah, we'll see.
Yeah.
If I'm on point.
Yep. I'm getting that. Yeah, you are. That you'll know to trust your instinct, trust your gut, and and what you're looking for, you're gonna find. The answers that you seek, you will receive. So, because I see that. So yeah, a lot of things coming up here at the end of the year, and yeah, you're definitely going to be needing that bigger place. Probably feels like June, July, somewhere in there. There's going to be some special things going on and some fun things coming. So yeah, I'll keep it personal though.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of really, really cool things coming up for you. A lot of
Yeah.
changes. And your energy is just increasing. I know right now you're tired because you're working a lot and everything, but I just see the
Yeah,
joy.
and that fair, there's a lot of people in the stage, all the different energies. But it was good energy though. I have to say, I saw Kathleen. She was there. It's this mind, body, and spirit expo that they usually do here twice. I think it's like twice a year. And so it was pretty cool. A lot of good energies, a lot of different workshops. I participated in the third eye activation workshop, which was pretty cool to see like different techniques and stuff. And I won a Reiki book, which was nice.
Yes, awesome.
I did a raffle and I won. And Jade is funny because she was like, the minute I heard Reiki, I said, please let my mom win, please let my mom win. And then they said Adriana, and she was like, she went crazy.
Yes.
She was like, I was crossing my fingers.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's pretty cool.
That
It was an
is.
exhausting day, but it's good.
Yeah, and you're learning so much, and you're gonna love learning. You're gonna want to even learn more about it, and see, she also wants you to learn because then she's like, oh, then mom could teach me.
Yes.
And also work on her because she thinks
Mhm.
that's really cool. So she'll be like, you can do me, mom. Come on, go ahead. And,
Yes.
and practice and also as you do that, you're teaching her. She's learning because you're very strong at learning, but you're also strong at teaching as well. And you are so wonderful with her, and she loves to do a lot of the things that you do, and you keep that interest, and you help feed her magic and her abilities and her need to know, because with her I get need to know, and she just knows. I get both. So,
Mhm.
she needs to know, but she also just knows, like us, as, we're always, oh, I just know. And she's already, even though she's young, she's very good at working with it, and she's learning control and learning what to do and how to do these things. And so she finds it very fun, very fascinating, and then she loves to go with what she's drawn to. And that's
and everyone loves her. I mean, today she was like the center of attention.
Yeah.
And it's so funny that you say she just knows, because she does. Because people would talk to her, and when we were meditating, they were just like, "Wow, like I don't even know how to meditate like that." Her posture and how she was sitting and breathing, and it was just crazy.
Yeah. Because she's very spiritual already, and she has that down. Like you said, the sitting, her posture, she can sit and meditate. She knows like how to do a lot of things already because it's in her. And so it just comes natural. It just flows, and it flows so easily. And even a lot of adults look and go, wow, because it just comes with her, and it's easy for her. And she does. Everybody, I've even told you before, everybody loves her. She is the center of attention a lot of times. And it's just because people are drawn to her and the way she is, and so they connect easily, and she also has a very loving, sweet spirit and heart, and so she attracts that and brings that out in people. And she has a beautiful smile, and she's just friendly, and she's very caring, and she like some, especially the young ones that don't understand abilities or try to hide the abilities or, want to fit in or be different. She don't care. She's like, I'm not hiding this. This is great. This is awesome. And she gets right in there and she does the stuff, and she wants to learn more and wants to keep working with it. Some don't understand it, and that's where you help so much, and people that can help work with her, because a lot of times kids, then they don't understand, they don't have people to help them, and even adults as well. And then they suppress it, or they don't work with it. It's been a while. My spirit animal.
Hey, that's the sound I have outside my window right now.
Chris is such.
We have to go.
Okay.
You still got it's probably Jackie, but you still got Jackie waiting.
Thank you. Good night.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'll talk to you soon. Thank you.
Okay.
Okay, thanks. Okay, and let's go get her. 703.
Hey, Jackie.
Oh, hang on. 703. Push 1 on your phone, because my switchboard's frozen. Push 1 and say hello.
Hello?
Okay, there you are.
Hi.
Hi, this is Andrea. I wanted to give you an
Oh,
update.
Andrea.
Yes, we spoke about a month ago about a guy that I was dating, and I wanted to give you an update.
Great.
Awesome.
Yay. Thank you.
I'm not sure if you remember, but I mean, and you literally said, like everybody else, everything was going to be great with our relationship, and literally, like the next day, it all fell apart. So I just wanted to give you an update.
Oh, yeah, it all, oh.
Yeah, it's okay. You know what? He went back to the ex-wife because of the kid, and so you know what? It's all good. It's whatever.
Yeah. It.
And I sent a Dear John letter out to the universe. Took me an hour and a half to write it. Pretty much, I choose me, and you don't get to choose anymore. And too bad for you. And I live in happiness. You live in misery.
Yeah. Well.
Oh, this was the guy that went back to his wife or whatever.
Yeah.
Disaster waiting to happen anyway.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Disaster. No, next time you see shit like that going on, like, just run the other way. You know? Don't try to get attached to somebody that still isn't, over their, whoever they were with.
Well, I believe he was over, we went out for over 4 months and something snapped.
No.
Something happened and anyway.
No, you know what? You have to understand, in this world, and I became less and less surprised. When I was younger, it was more surprising. But as I aged, I got less and less surprised. But there's so many people that are still pining for somebody, and that if that person ever came back to them and said, "Come back to me," they'd be gone in a second, no matter where they are now.
Yeah.
And I just I think that that's so terribly unfair for anybody to move on that has not properly detached from the past. You know what I mean? They're being really
I absolutely agree.
To their,
I agree.
to their next
I agree.
person. So.
You don't get divorced for 2 years, go out with somebody else, and then break up with them, then go out with somebody else, and go back to an ex-wife because you say your child is, devastated because of your divorce. No one twisted your arm. No one put a gun to your head. No one made you sleep with her when supposedly you dating me. Then you lied and, all these things. So you know what?
That's bullshit. It's bullshit. Like, you don't even know that what he told. Listen. I would not even put 10 cents down on the table on a bet that he told you the truth anyway. You know what I mean? So, because at the end of the day, once all the emotions are, in the heat of the moment, I understand. But when you take a step back, you can go what? None of that made any sense logically anyway.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I mean, exactly. No one put a gun to your head and made you do the things you did. I call him the jellyfish because you're spineless. So that's my nickname for him is jellyfish.
Well, or he's just outright deceitful, and he just told you an outright lie. You know what I mean? He doesn't have the balls to say to you, well, you know what, and I could have been with anybody, but if she ever said she wanted me back, I was going back. You know what I'm saying? He just doesn't have the balls to say that.
No, he doesn't. He's not a man.
He has to come up with some other, some other excuse that might make him look less bad. And it actually makes him look more bad. You know what I mean? To me.
You know what?
I would have more respect for somebody that says, you know what, I maybe didn't notice it at the time, but I still have deep, strong feelings for this person, and I'm going to give it another try.
Exactly. Just be honest,
you know what I mean?
And tell me this. Yeah, be honest and tell me what's going on versus just doing things and what's the word I'm looking for? Be impulsive and do things willy-nilly without feeling anybody else's feelings on the other side, and now you have to deal with the repercussions. It's like
he wasn't being willy-nilly. I feel he was being very, you know what I mean, he knew what he was doing, why he was doing it, and he just had to find some kind of way that made him feel better about wiggling away from you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so,
it's
a snake in the grass, and he was never all yours, is what I'm trying to say. He was just
it's
never
really sad
all
when
yours.
people that are that age, almost 50 years old, still have to play high school games.
pretty
you would
bad,
think,
pretty bad.
you would think that an adult would not.
There's just so many people that are not, they don't conduct themselves with honor. You know what I mean?
No. Yeah.
And they don't have anything called empathy for anyone or anything else. You know, it's only worrying about themselves. Yeah. So
that's right.
So you know, I'm glad that you're realizing you're moving it on. You're now you have to really like walk away. You know what I'm saying? And when you're thinking about that guy, get up and go get a glass of water or do a dishes or go. You know,
I've had 5 dates since him, so I don't care.
Well, no, but you do because you're still. I can hear it in your voice, and you're still upset about it. And I'm not saying.
Oh, you know what? Yes, in a way, I'm still a little mad. I'm still a little hurt, is what happened.
Of course.
But eventually, in time, this will pass.
Right, and what I'm trying to say to you is you can try and speed that along by when you find yourself lingering on those thoughts, like just shift your thought. So sometimes the easiest way to shift our thinking is to get up immediately and do anything else that puts our mind toward that task. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I go to the gym a lot, and I work, and so, I don't really have time to, and I got other things, I have other fish to fry is what in my life than to worry about him.
Yeah. So, anyhow, thanks for the update.
Yeah.
Yeah, and, as Chris said, he is a good player, and also that he wasn't being honest and wasn't being honest with himself as to what he wanted, because it would change from one minute to another. And so, you'd pick up and on one thing because at the time that's what he wanted, but then a week down the line or a day down the line, it was another thing, and he himself wasn't even sure what he wanted. And he also, and I do remember you, and I remember the energy, I remember the connection. And and I remember with him, and I think I even mentioned it to you too, is that his with the wife and the kid, he's always going to use that as a continued connection. And you were like, because he's a good dad and all that, and all that. But he also was going to use that as an excuse to continue to see her and to see the kid and to not ever let go. Like even Chris was saying too that sometimes it's that connection, and they'll always try something else and then run back to the wife, try something else and then run back, and then they use the kid and that connection. And I believe that we even talked about that, and that it could go either way. And I know you were really trying, and you would even send them the emails and send them
and the
little
messages, the power of encouragement and all that stuff, and he was thankful for that. You know, and then he lied because I didn't hear from him the entire weekend, and then on Monday he finally called me, and when I say I chewed his butt out for an hour and a half, and this guy would not be able to sit down. I'm like, why did you do all that? I mean, why? And then I said, did you sleep with her? He said no, and then an hour later he confessed that he slept with her. I said, not only did you lie to me now, but now you cheated on me. And then I had a weak moment, and I said, you know what? You got to choose, because I'm not the side chick or the main chick or whatever. Then on Tuesday, he had to go to court for something else. And Wednesday, I woke up with this epiphany. I said, you know what? You don't get to choose anymore, because I choose me, because I know what I'm worth. So it took me an hour and a half to write this Dear John letter. And people were like, I said it to my friends, I was like, wow, that was very powerful, very powerful. So, you know what? It was good therapy.
That's exactly what I was going to say. That you took the words right out of my mouth. It was very therapeutic, and it was.
It was. But you know what? So, I actually sent it to him. I said, you know what? You don't get the choice anymore. And I was like, you know what? Whatever. You're grown. You're 50 years old. You should. You don't care about anybody else's feelings but your own. Just don't let someone manipulate you.
No, and good for you, because you do deserve better. You will find better, and you deserve so much more. And that's good how you even put it. You chose you, and I definitely, because like I said, you said it right before I even said it. I got those words. I got exactly. It was therapy for you to get that, and part of the moving on and letting go, and I understand. I pick up on it, and Krista too as well. The anger and the hurt and the and all that.
I was devastated.
Oh yeah, and you still are feeling some, but you're getting better, and it's gonna get better, and keep feeling better, and knowing that, and understanding that it's not meant to be with him, because he is gonna, no matter who he's with, and you did really try, you were really making that effort, but no matter who he's with, he's gonna keep running back to her and running back with the kid and using that as an excuse, because you could still be a good parent but still move on and have a life if that's what you choose. But see, he was choosing, I get almost the best of both worlds. Yes, he was choosing himself and whatever worked for him at the time. May it be you, someone else, or her, but it's whatever the best of both worlds. He kind of wanted the one on the side and then her when he wants and when he needs, and it's just kind of a weird relationship there, and something. It's a game they play, and that he plays, and he even plays it with himself, and. So you didn't want that. You don't want that. You do deserve better.
Yeah.
So that's good that you did that. You moved on, and the more you let go, the better you're gonna feel, and the more peace you're gonna have. Yeah. And that anger will go, and let it go, because he's not even worth that. He's not worth the energy.
He's not worth. No, because I had a weak moment this past Saturday, and I just wanted to say hello, and then apparently he called me back from the phone, so I text back or something, and then I get a text that says, "Stop texting me," and I said, "Oh, this is not Eddie." She goes, "You're right, it's the girlfriend, so let it go." I said, "No, it's not the girlfriend, it's the manipulative ex-wife," and then I'm like, I don't care. So you know what?
You're blaming her. You see, that's what I mean, though. It's like, you're kind of blaming her, and I don't think he's been truthful with you.
No, with her
either with her either. With anybody.
Her either.
Yeah,
playing both sides of the coin.
Listen, but what you see, this is what women do, right? So instead of being all mad at him, like you want to be more mad at her than you are at him. It's him, okay? He's the guy that had a commitment with you, not her. She owed you nothing. She owes you nothing, and she's been probably dealt with in the same. She's probably been hurt by him in the same way.
Oh, I'm sure. I know she has. I know she has.
For all you know, they divorced because he was cheating on her, and he's a serial cheater. For all you know.
Yeah.
You do not know what the truth of this guy is, and so what I'm trying to say is, like, don't shoot your anger at her. You know what I mean? It's him. He's the one.
Totally him. Yeah.
He's the one that owed it to you.
He can't have commitment. He doesn't know about what commitment is.
And so remove his, that's what I mean. You keep a cord attached to him when you do those things, like, gonna call him or text him or do whatever. Like, he doesn't deserve that from you.
No, I deleted all his stuff. I deleted all his pictures. I deleted all the messages, they're all off my phone now. So they're all gone. They're all gone.
Cool.
Because there's better out there. Even in my age, I've had, like I said, 3-4 dates since then, and there is better out there. And
see, instead of being mad at her, but I'm just like, I keep trying to tell yourself that, but I'm trying to say to you, I'm feeling you, and instead of being mad at that wife, I'd be like feeling sorry for her, and I would be feeling a little grateful because he's her problem.
She's his problem now. Yes, you know what I mean? Absolutely. Yes, you're right. So she's his problem now.
You gotta walk away feeling lucky, because you know what? What if it was 5 years, 10 years, 7?
I know.
And then boom, and this happens to people. So to count, take from it what you got. There were some good times. That's great.
Yeah, there were.
Move on. Any anger is now unproductive, really. Yeah. And especially geared at her. Okay?
Yeah.
She is owed your condolences.
Well, I wish, I wish you well. I wish everybody gets some peace and therapy in their life and they can, learn to get along and co-parent for this child. And I really wish them the best because, only ultimate person who's going to suffer is the child.
Yeah.
So you dodged the bullet and be grateful for that. So with that, we got to go. Go. So
well, thank you for that.
Yeah, keep in touch with us and good luck out there in the jungle.
Yeah, thank you.
All right.
You're much better off. And answer and let
You're
it
welcome.
go and move on. And thank you so very much for
You're
calling.
welcome.
And keep in touch, because
I will.
I'll hear from you again.
Cool.
You too.
Cool.
All right, bye.
Okay. Thanks.
All right. Okay, guys, I'm just having to refresh so that because I'm frozen. I'm frozen in the snow must have affected my computer. And so
even the computer ain't ready yet for the snow.
So just a reminder, Diana's here Monday, guys. Nick is unable to come tomorrow due to the fact that his parents are visiting, and so we'll be back on Monday with Diana Monroe. And I'm just gonna double check. That's good, very good. Okay, so hi Boo Boo, how are you? I didn't see you there because I was frozen. So anybody coming or going, I wasn't noticing, and I didn't notice I was frozen until I tried to unmute the last caller. So thank you, Kimber.
Thank you.
Wait, now I should be going like Kimber.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, in Minnesota.
That's good. So we'll see you the next time. Everybody have a great rest of the night, and we'll see you back here on Monday night, like I say, with Diana Monroe. So thanks, everybody. We're out of here. Take good care. Peace out. Thanks, Kimber.
Thank you.